am I back? All right. Good. Okay, so you can hear me, right, chat? All right, so let's finish this up really quick. We're not going to go too much farther. But what you need to know about procedural generation is that it is incredibly powerful, but it is also a significant burden too, right? It is not a panacea. You cannot simply take it and apply it to something without work and just get unlimited content. You'll find that you can get unlimited content that is ironically all kind of the same and generates the same experience and is uninspired, right? And what's interesting, I want to show you something. There's a, okay, let's call this white noise. So there's a white noise texture. Okay, so I want you to look at this image right here. Okay, look at this image. Look at these images. These are just kind of vanilla, like truly random noise textures, okay? And they kind of look like the static on your TV, don't they? If you look at these images, I'm guessing you're not getting any like significant emotional feeling here. Like this is not something that's going to give you very much comfort. It's just a random, somewhat disconcerting bunch of static. This is truly random, okay? A truly random texture. Now, what I want to show you is something else. I want to show you a piece of texture that's not random. Let me see here. I'm gonna show you a random texture that has some underlying structure. It's called a Perlin noise. Okay, you've probably heard of this phrase before because it's a very famous and popular way to do randomness. So this right here is static, truly random texture data, but this is Perlin noise random texture data. It is random still, right? You don't know what you're going to get, but if you look at this, instead of every pixel, every piece of data being random and not associated with what's around it, the Perlin noise is interesting in that each pixel is random, but it is also a function of what it is next to. Okay, so its neighbors, it's actually kind of the smooth randomness. Okay, it has an underlying structure to it that feels a little bit less random and maybe a little bit more organic or handmade. Right? This is something to think about when it comes to procedural generation. Just doing something random isn't enough. All right, you often get terrible and disconcerting results. Like, well, how about this? This feels like, wow, it's random and it's handmade and it's gorgeous and beautiful. It's fake, of course. Yeah. And this is the procedural generation algorithm being too random. Random to the point where the results don't make sense. They're not very satisfying. It just looks kind of awful, right? There's no coherence to what is going on here. Like, it doesn't feel like an artist created this, right? Like a human created this. It just feels random, like nature just kind of pooped it out, right? Where actually nature didn't poop it out. Just some unforgiving process with no underlying thought just kind of made it appear. Now, Spelunky, one of the interesting things about Spelunky, and let's watch the trailer here really quickly. So Spelunky is a game that is famously procedurally generated, but all of its stages feel like they were handcrafted, right? As you watch these stages, you can see that there's some motifs that appear in other platforming games, and things just tend to make some sense, right? You've got a shop, right? You've got this little cubby area where there's some goodies. You've got a big spider that you can put a bomb next to take out, right? Or you can go over the top, so you have options, right? It doesn't feel like there's just a random selection of blocks everywhere, and enemies just kind of spewing everywhere. Right? So you've got horizontal stages, you've got long vertical stages, you've got stages that are hard to see, you've got stages that are very empty, but they give you a jetpack, right? So this is a procedurally generated game that is different every time you play it, but there's an underlying philosophy and structure to the randomness so that it always makes sense, right? It always makes some sort of sense. Nothing feels too out of place. Or in other words, it's random, but it doesn't feel that way. Okay, it feels like there's an army of designers pumping out, decently thought about and planned out levels. And so what I want to do next time we meet, we got the break coming up. is I want to talk about why these two games had such different results with its procedural generation. And I want to give you a few ideas. I want to explain why Spelunky works as well as it does, what the developers did to make it work this way. And I want to plant some seeds in your head as to when you should be using procedural generation and in what forms, okay? Because it can make a huge difference. It can magnify your efforts. You can't remove your artistic and design efforts, but you can magnify the efforts that you do put in to get a lot more content out of well-designed and carefully artistically designed stuff, okay? So we'll be talking about that next time. I'm going to stick around for about 10 more minutes until about 1:35. Ask any questions that you've got. Otherwise, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I hope you have a fantastic, fantastic break. Remember, put in that effort. Don't cheat yourself, okay? Or you will feel it later. Don't cheat yourself. Put in that effort until Saturday, okay? And then Saturday hits, and I don't want you to think about 494 anymore, all right? But anyway, good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to notify us. If you have any concerns, notify us as well, and reach out, okay? Otherwise, have a fantastic time, and we will see you soon. Let's turn on some music. What's a good, or what is everyone feeling? I need something to wake me up. The musician who did this song is working for me on my game right now, so it's awesome. Very exciting. I'm gonna put this agenda, this lecture into the schedule, okay? So you can go to the schedule right now to get access to the forums and all of these resources. Yeah. So Max, making trailers is not easy. It takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of tweaking experiments. Don't worry about creating a fantastic trailer for this assignment, because there is a final draft assignment you'll be doing in the final week of the course to get it polished up, to get it smoother. Okay, you should not be doing the voice acting, probably. You could try if you want to, but chances are you don't have a dedicated equipment or recording space in your home. You should go to the Voice Acting Club forums, do the extra credit assignment we talked about a couple weeks ago. It's on Canvas. It should be visible. To get a nice voice actor with a nice announcer-style voice, or a voice that fits the character that you want in your trailer and tone you want, and get them to do it. Okay, great voice acting. Check, right? Next, you want to record footage. You want to get some great footage. And so, okay, play your game, disable UI elements, get your team together, record a bunch of footage of different mechanics. Okay, you've got great footage now, right? Record it in high resolution if you can. Whoever has the strongest computer, have them do the recording so you get nice high frame rate footage. And then crop it, right? So now you have dynamic views of each mechanic. Good, that's good. So you got the voiceover, you got the footage. Now you often need background audio. So go to opengameart.org, go to freesound.org, and find a really nice background track that kind of fits the mood of your trailer, right? Of your game, its tone, whatever you want. Okay, so now you have a game that is explained well, that has good footage, that has a voiceover, and that has the right tone, the background audio, right? Now you're probably going to tweak it. Transitions. Most software has transitions in it. OpenShot has some kind of basic transitions, vanilla transitions. Adobe Premiere will definitely have built-in stock transitions that you can use. And Ishwar will probably show you how to use some of those on Friday. But you don't always need crazy elaborate transitions, particularly if they eat up all your time. You only have 45 seconds. So, I mean, a cut, just an ultra vanilla simple cut to new footage can be enough. You know, the voiceover will keep the trailer feeling consistent, because the voiceover doesn't get cut. The footage probably gets cut to show the player different things, show the viewer different things, and so, that's usually how it goes. What you'll find is that most teams are able to put together a pretty decent trailer with enough time investment. Though it can take a while. It can be the only thing that one person focuses on for an entire week, and that would not be a bad idea. So don't be too worried about it. The thing you should be worried about is starting late. and note that you'll probably record additional footage. You'll probably re-record a lot of your footage in the final week because your game's aesthetics may change in that final week. So you might have to do that. But anyway, yeah, don't be nervous about it at all. You'll get it done, and you'll iterate it just like you're iterating your current game. So it'll start off kind of crappy, and then you'll fix it. You'll identify the problems. You'll figure out how to get better assets, and it'll come together. Yeah, the most important thing though might be to kind of the novelty angle. So, you need to have the what in there, and you need to have the why. So that comes down to showing and talking about your game with appropriate footage that is easy to read and easy to understand and does what the narrative says. But the hook is where most trailers really win. They do something strange that hasn't really been done by the other trailers. Whether that's live acting, whether that's a papier-mâché character that waltzes up, whether that's a really interesting part of the game being shown off, whether that's a theme song being played, like in Buccaneer Booty Battle, doing something strange at the beginning of a trailer, even if it looks kind of low budget, right? Low budget doesn't necessarily mean low effort, and viewers can tell the difference. Okay, viewers they will accept low budget if it's obviously high effort, right? If it looks like the dev team had fun making the trailer, the audience will also have fun watching it. and they'll want to play the game. So, yeah. Think about your novelty. If you feel like the rest of your trailer isn't quite to the standards you want, maybe you can get some of that back and still have a really good experience by having a really novel hook at the beginning. Yeah, absolutely. You'd be surprised how much like content in a game and code and scenery and even 3D models and animations are only meant for trailers and advertising. Maybe you do not have a dying love for advertising and marketing. I wouldn't blame you for not appreciating it very much, but it is very important if you want your whatever you're doing to have impact. It cannot be forgotten. And I think there's a fun art to it as well. It's a very, very hard thing to accomplish. My startup is having troubles with it right now. So anyway, it's worth the investment. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I will see you next time. Have a fantastic and healthy and safe break, okay? Everyone take care and good luck on your projects. Bye-bye.